Welcome back to another episode of Death Beach in the Session. Today we're going to be going over some music theory and going a little bit inside how I would flip a song or an acapella or perhaps do a remix. Now, I say the word remix here, but this isn't like a dance song. This is actually something where I took an acapella and orchestrated something really unique to it, something that I knew nobody else would do. Now, this is an acapella from artist Mickey Shiloh. The song is called Grateful, and it's available on her bedroom record site as a song that you can purchase and perform yourself, if you like. So, without further ado, I'm just going to play you the song first, and if you like it, you can stick around. Okay, so what I like to do is just play on a keyboard. You could even do it in a piano roll inside your DAW. I like to find bass notes that support the vocal melody really well. And so I'll just go ahead and solo the bass for you and the vocal. And I'm going to bring the MIDI up down here. And I'm not even really too worried. You know, I knew that the song was in B minor, and you're going to see I have all the chords laid out here. That's just so you can follow along. But the file was named with the key in it, so I knew the key of the song, B minor. But you can see we end on D, which is the relative major. But without being too concerned about that, because I don't want to be roped into like I have to use these chords or whatever. So I like to just start with bass. And we also don't know if the bass is going to be playing the root note or not. So I like to start with the bass and then build my chords on top of that to the melody. So here is her melody. And all the effects you hear on her vocals, that is all Mickey Shiloh. So if you ever wonder, like, how do I develop my sound? How do I da-da-da? And you send it off to a mixer and you get back something that you don't like, and you didn't really develop what you were doing, or you don't really know how to record yourself or build the right kind of layers or anything, you're going to have a really hard time. So I got a really good acapella, and let's go ahead and check out how I put the bass underneath it.
It's hard for me to trust anybody, but you ain't just anybody. I can tell where you touch my body. You ain't just
right here, I have the keys down here, and we'll go ahead and bring those in. Now I'm going to go ahead and mute the vocal and just show us the keys here. The strings are definitely very predominant in the song, but that's all built off of my keyboard idea. So we'll go ahead and I'm just going to play it for you with the bass. I did the intro actually after doing the whole song.
It's hard for me to trust anybody, but you ain't just anybody. I can tell where you touch my body.
Okay, already starting to sound pretty cool. So at this point, I'm ready to take the vocal out. I have a pretty good idea of what's going on, but I want to start doing some things with the strings. So we'll bring the strings in here. And we can see it's very, very similar to my piano line. And in fact, I just copied the strings over. And we can see whenever I take the strings away, they become overlaid, and we see what I did where I muted this note and this note and this note on the strings. And you can see where I added in some melody notes, and you can even see a note that I chose not to use. All right, and let's go ahead and listen to this. Now this is just the strings, and I'm going to allow this to play the whole way through so we can hear some of this melody stuff on the back end. Very nice, coming together really, really nicely. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So on her vocal, I think we should go ahead and just look at that now. I just duplicated her vocal, added some special effects to it, and just hit it in these couple of spots, and here they are on their own. And we'll bring up, you can see the signal chain. It's right here, just with a futz box and some delay and reverb. And here's the other one. And with her vocal over top of it.
I'm grateful, yeah. I'm grateful, yeah. I'm grateful, yeah.
Again, her vocal production, top shelf. You can buy her template from her website if you like. So the next thing I want to show you are these string swells. And this is pretty important stuff here. Okay, so what we're working with here is Spitfire Audio plugin called Labs. This is 100% free. 100% free. Now on the intro, we'll bring this back up. So whenever I went to the intro, I didn't want to have the actual low bass in it. And I wanted to tease at what was about to come, but have it also be different and also lead into everything. So what you'll notice is where she starts singing, the bass is walking up. So I thought it would be really cool if the bass walked down into this nice low note. So let's just go ahead and listen to the keys all by themselves here. All right, really cool stuff. Now the next thing I added were these pizzicatos. Whoop. So you're about to hear two different techniques on the strings. These here, the shorter ones, are what's called pizzicato, little string plucks. And whenever we get over to these, we're going to hear something called portamento, which is kind of like a bending and sliding into a note. It includes this one here as well. So that's where you'll hear those at. All right. Sorry about that message. It just doesn't like it whenever I'm doing the screen recording and have some nice plugins running for you guys. So, outside of that, we're just down to really sound effects. I took some wind sounds from a library of nature sounds, and then we have this sound here. That is from my sample library out of Ashes, and also this sound. We have a cymbal swell and a little cymbal crash right whenever she comes in, starts singing. So I believe that's everything. Let's go ahead and run it down from the top. You'll notice on the wind sound here, you'll see here, all I did is I just cut part of it and looped it over. And I just did that to create an effect, to be honest with you. There's not really any special reason. So here is everything together. Now, as an extra special bonus for you, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the original version that she sent me, just to give you an idea of just how different a song can be.
It's hard for me to trust anybody, but you ain't just anybody. I can tell when you touch my body. You ain't just anybody. No, you ain't just anybody. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's hard for me to trust anybody, but you ain't just anybody. I can tell when you touch my body. You ain't just anybody. No, you ain't just anybody. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, yeah. I'm grateful, yeah.
Isn't it really cool how different a song can be just by simply rearranging the chords to the melody? I absolutely love doing stuff like this. If this video was helpful for you, please like it, share it, subscribe to it, all that fun stuff, and I can't wait to share more with you. If you have any ideas or would like to see something specific, go ahead and drop it down below. Thanks.